Okay, trading for a edge rusher is the investment going into this offseason to put opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. You need that next duo that could take you above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Edge rushers, defensive line, it's very important to address in the offseason by building it with depth and bringing in two stud like edge rushers, or maybe three the most, to help them out and bring them where they want to be. So Aiden Hutchinson is a talented edge rusher. And he's definitely bound for a contract extension, just like Kirby Joseph is. Because Kirby Joseph came out and said, hey, I want to be a Detroit Lion for life, man. That's what he did, you know. And it's speaking volumes. Because at a time, there was players that didn't even want to play for Detroit. It was a time where players, look at Detroit as an afterthought. But now they look at Detroit as a blossom that just grows from the concrete, like a rose from the concrete, and it blossoms to, beautiful, beautiful heights. And that's a good thing when you see players speak about Detroit, the way they speak about the fans, the way they speak about the city. And Aiden Hutchinson is a hometown kid. All right. He definitely is going to get his extension first. Secondly, Kirby Joseph is definitely going to get his with the way he conducted himself in that Jim Rome interview. By the way, shout out to Jim Rome, because Jim Rome is excellent at asking the right questions and not throwing you off guard. But I did watch the draft combine press conference, and I knew that Brad was not going to show his deck of cards. Okay, Brad's going to play things smart. He's not going to go off the rails and say, yeah, we're going to trade for, a pass rusher right away. He's not going to let that be known on camera in front of you guys in real time. No, 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 no. He's going to let you know, probably not, and just give you smoke and mirrors so it could keep you guessing and guessing and guessing on what Brad Holmes is going to do, because Brad Holmes is not a technician, he's a magician. And the way he works in the offseason is just like unfathomed. Like, it's just unreal. And you gotta love the way he conducts himself, and the way he conducts himself in press conferences, and the way he conducts himself to every single question there is. He lets it be known off top, like, look, man, we're not gonna go by what you think. We're gonna go by what we think. That's what we're gonna go by. We're gonna go by what we think and the way we move and the way we concentrate, because first and foremost, we know this draft has a lot of depth in in position. It's set in stone that we need defensive linemen. It's set in stone that we need edge rushers. It's set in stone that we need to build the D line. It's very much set in stone that we have to go through that, not go through that, but get to that detail by detail by detail. And, like I said, Brad's going to play his cards right, won't show his deck of cards, and he's going to do what, Brad's going to do. He's not just going to go by the beat of your drum. He's going to go by his. And we know that Max Crosby is something to look at. We know that Myles Garrett is something to look at. But I would rather go to the cheaper route if you want a edge rusher opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. The one guy that I think that would fit nicely with Aiden Hutchinson is Trey Hendrickson, who played for the Cincinnati Bengals. I think he can really open things up and take a lot of pressure off of Aiden Hutchinson, because Aiden Hutchinson can win his number ones, his one-on-ones easily. He can do so many moves and not be one-dimensional against his, matchup. When his offensive lineman out there guarding him, he knows what to do. He knows how to get to the quarterback. And, Trey Hendrickson can do the same. Get to the quarterback, bull rush, spin moves, swim moves, all that and more. That's something that Trey Hendrickson could definitely bring to the table with the Detroit Lions. And, playing in the NFL, you want to be the best. You want to be the best. You want to beat the best. And the Eagles, they always seem to figure it out year after year of how to be good. The Chiefs, they always seem to figure it out year after year to be good. Hell, there's multiple and many teams, AFC, NFC, they try to figure out ways to find a way to be good. And right now, we're doing the same thing. We're trying to figure out ways to find a way to be good. And, like I said, just let Brad work. Let Brad do his magic and sit back and enjoy the ride. Don't try to rush this guy to get, a star elite rusher right away, and just sit back and watch. That's how I feel about it. Sit back and watch. Um, I don't have any other thought to it but to say just sit back and watch, because we all know that coming this season we have a tough schedule. We have tough teams to play against. We have a preseason to play, because the preseason may not count to you, but it does count to the players who want to make the roster and want to come in and make an impact. Um, and I did see what Ryan Ermani said on Woodward Sports Network. Big shout out to Woodward Sports Network. Hell of a good cast over there, good people over there. They understand sports pretty well. And happy belated birthday to Braylon Edwards. So Ryan Ermani said some things about Hendon Hooker. And Hendon Hooker, to me, is a guy that deserves to be the backup. First and foremost, he deserves to be the backup, under Jared Goff. He doesn't need to be thrown out there to the wolves that fast. He needs to be a guy that could be developed and understand the playbook and understand his position pretty well. Hendon Hooker was great at Virginia Tech, at, Tennessee. He's done some good things in college, and as I said before with quarterbacks, it's hard to translate a dynamic game that you play with hype and energy and bring it to the NFL. It's hard to translate that stuff well to a whole other level, which is the pro level. College, you can do great, but the pro level, it's way too much. And the only time that we can see Hendon Hooker is when he's out there at garbage time. You know what I'm saying? When he's out there, when we blow out a team, or whether if he's out there in preseason, that's the only time we'll get some kind of coverage on Hendon Hooker and see his progression grow, And yeah, he's getting up there in age, but age ain't nothing but a number when it comes to football. It's either you're ready to play or you're not. That's what that is. Give me your thoughts on Brad Holmes' press conference in the draft. And give me your thoughts on the Hendon Hooker take from Ryan Armani. This is yours truly, Chicken Nugget King 313. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm at 304 subscribers. Later on, I will have a video of my top 5. Yes, top 5 DBs to look at the NFL Combine, NFL Draft Combine to be exact. So stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. That's definitely going to be on the way. Chicken Nugget King 313. I'm out.